Alrighty, everybody, going live here, 6:46 on this wonderful Tuesday. It's 80 degrees outside. What 90 today? In some areas it was 90, but in this area, thankfully, it wasn't 90 degrees. So we'll get started there. Of course, with our sponsor, Mr. Dylan Snyder, Realtor, Alabama Living Real Estate, Fort Payne. Anyone need any real estate, buy a home, anything like that, contact him at 256-979-4330 for all your real estate needs. Thank you so much for Dylan for sponsoring us. And also hate to hear that his dad passed away, so prayers for him and his family. Really hate to hear that. Let's move on, though. We'll take a look outside at Doppler radar right now. Anyway, we got some strong showers and thunderstorms around the Hartselle area there. Kind of fizzling out, though, as it moves northeast. This will continue to move into our area. Now, models are predicting it to move in, looks like in the morning hours of Wednesday. It looks like it's getting a little bit closer to us than what the models were showing, but it's kind of stalled out. It's not moving a lot, so that's why it's just kind of hanging out right in there. Don't expect it to do a lot more movement until we get on later on into tonight, into tomorrow morning. We'll take a better look at that. But nothing severe at the moment, just this special weather statement out for some 40-mile-per-hour winds. That's in effect for Hartselle and Coleman areas. As far as northeast Alabama goes, not really nothing over here yet, just really dry outside. We'll take a look at tonight's forecast. Looks like that's going to be about a 60% chance, 60 to 80% chance of showers and a few thunderstorms, lows in the lower 60s overnight. We may be done with the 90s, thankfully, all of the rest of this year, so that would be great. Tomorrow, another 60% chance of showers and storms, highs around 74 degrees over here in northeast Alabama. Along I-65, 78 degrees, 75 west of I-65, 78 and 76 degrees over Florence, Russellville, so not too bad. Forecast outlook, well, we turn to the tropics. So local impacts from Helene, let's take a look at that. Tropical storm Helene is forecast to make landfall as a major hurricane Thursday evening in the Florida Big Bend. Locally, Helene will bring heavy rainfall, 3 to 5 inches of rain forecast across the area. Northeast Alabama having a better threat with that, with rainfall, again, 3 to 5 inches, with locally higher amounts of 6 to 8 inches possible. Gusty winds of 25 to 30 miles per hour will also be possible Thursday and Friday as this system nears the area. We'll have a little better look at that here. Let's move on up and look at how much precipitation we actually do expect from this. So this is the model showing 5, possibly 6 inches in northeast Alabama, mainly DeKalb, some areas of Jackson County, but we'll have to be watching for a major flooding threat with this, especially if we get that much rain, which I'm hoping we do. Looks like the heaviest of the rain, though, will be up there along in Georgia, northern Georgia, a little bit south there into Georgia there, 8 to 10 inches of rain possible over there. But any shift in this, just a little bit shift west, we get a lot heavier rain. But either way, I'll take that rainfall, most definitely. Let's look out a little further. Excessive rainfall outlook issued out for Thursday into Friday. Big area there of a moderate, level 3 out of 5 risk of very heavy rainfall for just about all of Georgia, excluding the southeastern portion of Georgia, also including the southeast portion of Alabama in that moderate level 3 risk. Also, elsewhere in Alabama, a level 2 slight risk. I do believe there's a good possibility that that red could be extended into northeast Alabama. I wouldn't doubt it if it doesn't, but right now that's what we've got. It's not. So we'll look at the second outlook here. This is going to be valid Wednesday to Thursday, so I actually should have put that one first. But this is starting out Wednesday, which will be tomorrow. So we have a risk of some heavier rainfall in northeast Alabama, mainly level 2, with a higher risk being up in northern Georgia there. Some very heavy rainfall, flooding possible. Now, tropical system, let's read a little bit about it. Helene is forecast to intensify and be near hurricane strength when it reaches the far northwestern Caribbean Sea early Wednesday. Tropical storm conditions are expected over portions of western Cuba and the northeast coast of the Yucatan Peninsula, with hurricane conditions possible. Helene is expected to rapidly intensify over the eastern Gulf of Mexico and become a major hurricane when it approaches the northeastern Gulf Coast on Thursday. The risk of impacts from life-threatening storm surge and damaging hurricane-force winds continues to increase along the coast of the Florida Panhandle, and Florida West Coast hurricane and storm surge watches are in effect for much of that area, and residents in those areas should follow advice given by local officials. Helene will bring heavy rain to portions of the western Caribbean, which will cause considerable flooding and mudslides along the western Cuba area. Heavy rainfall will likely result in locally considerable flash and urban flooding across portions of Florida, with isolated flash and urban flooding possible across the southeast, southern Appalachians, and the Tennessee Valley Wednesday through Friday. Minor to isolated moderate river flooding will also be possible. So, something we're going to have to really keep an eye on. This is a developing situation still, but the models have been very consistent on the path it's going to take. So we will definitely need to be keeping an eye on this. But the good news, we're on the west side of it. We're not on the really bad side, which is to the east. To the east, a lot worse over there, wind-wise, tornado-wise, all that stuff. But on the west, just a lot of heavy rain and wind looks like the main threats. Of course, some thunderstorms too. But what we have going on today is not related to the tropical system. It's actually related to a low-pressure system just to the northwest of us that is stalling out across the area. It's actually looks like it's stalled out right now. So it's stalling out across the area, and all that's going to meet together when this tropical system moves north. So it's going to be kind of interesting when that happens. Now, let's look at the GFS. Take a look at that. There's that tropical system going up through Georgia there. Lots of heavy rain. You see some of those outer bands of that tropical system. Look at that, right over northeast Alabama. So lots and lots of heavy rainfall on the way if these models hold. And we're only about 2 or 3 days out. So they're pretty accurate. They will change a little bit more. We'll just have to see how much they change, but we're starting to get a lot better idea of what it's going to do. And these models here have been standing strong. They haven't been all over the place like with the last one we had. So hopefully these models will hold a lot more truer than the last system we had. But still, it's a tropical system, and we don't know just exactly what it's going to do until it makes landfall. Some of the discussion going on out there, by local meteorologists, and some of the scientists out there are saying that some of them saying it's being underplayed, saying it's going to reach possibly Category 4 when it makes landfall, and there's some of them out there saying that it's being overplayed and it will only make it to a Category 3, which is still a major hurricane, but we'll just have to see what it does. Like, really, it's kind of 50-50. Nobody really knows what it's going to do until it gets there. So we'll just keep an eye on it and all that good stuff. We'll look at the satellite out there right now. There it is. You can see it just on the bottom of the screen there, on the bottom right. You can see it right there, that tropical system starting to move north. And I do believe it's going to run into some very unusually warm air or actually ocean temperatures off the Gulf there. A lot of energy to work with there. So, yeah, there's a lot of energy to work with there. Now, as far as the Storm Prediction Center's outlook goes for Wednesday, no severe weather expected. All that will die down when the sun goes down, which I believe it's already gone down. So the threat of severe weather ends. Only the threat of some thunderstorms overnight with some heavy rain, maybe some gusty winds, small hail. Most don't see that, though. Just some, rain and wind, but basically it. So Wednesday, looking pretty good. No threat of severe weather with that yet. All that is to the south of us, around Montgomery, Greenville, Troy, Auburn, Dothan area. Now, when do we expect this to move in as far as that, cool front goes? We do have a cool front coming in. It is going to stall out. So looking like the newest timing, let me let that run through because I haven't even looked at the newest timing on it. Now, that's tropical air, moisture coming in there, and it looks like it gets here at Thursday around 11 a.m. it showed Thursday, so it's going to be wet the next few days. Models were showing rainfall moving in overnight tonight into tomorrow, probably around 5 a.m. 6 somewhere right in there, and it's going to be pretty rainy. Could be some storms out there, but nothing severe expected with it. So that being said, I do want to look at our graphics. So let me pull another graphics up. There is something I want to look at really quick. See if I can pull that up. So let me get back where I was at. And we'll switch back over to the map here. That is if it'll load up. See if I can pull it back up. Okay, there we go. We pulled up. Let me go back. See if I can't pull the radar back up. bear with me. I'm going to get it to override all this. So it might take me a second to get it to override it. There we go. Okay, let's look at this radar is a little bit more in depth when it comes to tropical systems. So this is what we're seeing. This is what is responsible for all this rain and storms out ahead of it. When you're seeing the dashes in it like this, you've got the blue dashes and you've got the red dashes. This is a rather stationary front. That's what it means. It's stationary. It's not moving a lot. So it's kind of hanging around, and it is going to very, very slowly move just a little bit. Like, it ain't moving much at all. So it's going to slowly move, and it's supposed to stall out. I mean, you know, pretty much what it's doing right now is stalling out. So we'll have continued chances of showers and thunderstorms ahead of this. And then we got this big tropical system down here. You've got the cone and everything. And even, you know, this map here showing a Category 3 when it makes landfall up here. But who knows? It could be stronger than a 3, and then again, you know, it could just be a 3. Either way, a Category 3 is not no joke at all. So you guys down here around Florida, Pensacola, Destin, Panama, Panama City Beach areas, you know, all them areas. Looks like that is, trying to get that up there. I can't even pronounce some of these, so forgive me. Some of these are just a little bit more than I can pronounce. So if someone can pronounce that, you know, more power to you. That's a little bit mind-boggling there. But I can pronounce this. So Bristol, Blountstown areas, you know, Florida, Tallahassee, even going up, you know, into parts of Georgia here, southern Georgia, southeast Alabama also has some hurricane local statements issued out. So, you know, if they tell you to get out and evacuate, if you're down here in Florida, anywhere along Florida here, evacuate. You know, don't think that you can, you know, just ride it out, because most of the time that ends in a disaster. So just don't try to ride it out. If you can get out, get out. You know, we hope you will. But as far as it goes, that's what we've got for tonight's video, not a lot more. So I appreciate everybody, and we'll take one look at the radar here. Yeah, we still have that band moving through central Alabama going into parts of northwest Jackson County. So we'll continue to see that throughout tonight and tomorrow as well. But I wanted to give a shout out and say thank you everybody so much. Thank you so much for helping us get to 19,000 followers. Never thought in my life I'd see 19,000, but we officially hit 19,000 followers this morning. Thank you so much for helping us get that get the word out, and really appreciate it. And you have to go to Florida on Sunday. Well, you might be lucky, Jennifer. I think it's going to be, of course, well moved out by Sunday. If I'm using my thinking hat here, yeah, I think it should be moved out. You're probably going to have a mess down there, though, so be careful if you're going down there. Well, let's look at the chat before I get ready to wrap up. Everything here at 6:59. It's 79 degrees out. Winds are out of the south and not even 1 mile per hour, so not too bad, but we'll be getting some rain we need. Fingers crossed. Hello, John and Donna Harris watching on YouTube. Jennifer Shea, no problem. Be safe going down there to Florida on Sunday. Sharon, hello, watching from Sylvania. And yes, Shelby, you did finally catch a live. It seems like Facebook has bumped my reach up lately. I don't know what's going on, but I'm glad they did. Pauline, thank you for watching. Hope you're well. Brooke, hope you're well. Thanks for watching. Lay Fricks, thanks for watching. No problem on the update. Appreciate it. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your night. And Evan Reed 123, thank you for watching on YouTube. And by the way, share my YouTube. Go like it if you haven't. Like it, subscribe. Help me get up to 1,000 viewers. You actually get an award when you get 1,000 viewers by YouTube. I really want that award. I really want that plaque. So, yeah, if you could help me get there, share it. I appreciate it. Alrighty, y'all take care. Have a great evening. It's 7 o'clock, and I'm out of here. We'll keep you updated, of course, throughout the entire event. So make sure you got it set to get all notifications. Take care. God bless. See you on the next one. Have a good one, everybody.